The military capabilities of the Articles of Confederation government and the constitutionally established government vastly different. Um, Under the Articles of Confederation government, there is no national military. Again, the British, with their like military presence in the colonies before the Revolution, really left a negative like mindset with the colonists. So under the Articles of Confederation system, there is no national military that exists on a regular basis. When there were disputes, Congress could only ask states to contribute troops to a national military, but they couldn't force them to do that. Um, One of the most significant events, probably in all of American history, is Shays' Rebellion that takes place in 1786 in Massachusetts. In a previous video, we had talked about how many of the states sort of just kind of like haphazardly printed currency. And one of the side effects of that is that the currency kind of became worthless. And many of these farmers who were Revolutionary War veterans were angry because banks were no longer taking their paper currency as payment for like many of the loans the farmers had taken out. So basically, what the banks were doing is they were foreclosing on the farmer's property or just taking it away. And the farmers were very angry and they began to revolt across like Massachusetts, and they took over like local courthouses that were foreclosing on their property. Under normal circumstances, an unorganized farmer revolt led by this guy named Daniel Shays would not be that difficult to put down. But because there was no national military and the states were all kind of disinterested, this like farmer revolt went on for a while. Eventually, it was put down, but it really highlighted like the weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation like government. And one of the key things that it does is it really scares wealthy elite people in this country into realizing how weak the government was and the necessity of changing it. All of a sudden, when Shays' Rebellion happens, that's only 1 year before the Constitutional Convention, and that really convinces many of like the really influential people in American society at the time that it was time to fix the Articles of Confederation system because Shays' Rebellion had scared them so much. So obviously, the Constitution does create a powerful national military, and if you look at the way, for example, the 2022 budget was formed in our country, military spending accounts for over 50% of our overall discretionary budget, part of the budget that can be changed on a yearly basis. Um, so, obviously, we have one of the most powerful militaries on the face of the earth. And that's a major change from what existed under the Articles of Confederation system.